Hello, welcome to Yoga by Nature podcast. Last night I ran a special event where 27 of us came together to do Yoga Nidra, and I asked people if they would please donate to one of the Ukraine appeals. I suggested DEC because if you're in the UK and you donate to DEC, then they will match your donation. So more money will go to aid for Ukraine. So we did a Yoga Nidra practice on the theme of cultivating compassion and also coping with things that are much bigger than ourselves. The practice is about 45 minutes, and make sure that you're lying down somewhere comfortable where you won't be disturbed. And it's fine, of course, if you go to sleep, you'll still be able to hear it as you sleep and it will still do its wonderful work. So if you're listening to this and you would like to do the practice, then I would really appreciate it if you could please also make a donation to the Ukraine appeals, and really enjoy listening. Okay, so thank you. And this goes out, as always, with lots and lots of love. So sensing into the welcome of the earth beneath you. Every exhale inviting you to a homecoming, a coming back to the ground. So just letting the body drop through the exhale. So there's a sense of the body sort of hunkering down into the ground. A moulding of the body to the earth and the earth to the body. And with each exhale, a surrendering up of all the residual tensions of the day, a surrendering up of all your expectations, a surrendering of all the bags that you brought with you that you don't really need. You can put those aside now. And in this process of grounding, offering up the earth of the body to the earth beneath you, allowing the muscle and the bone to drop a little bit further with every exhale. And gather your awareness around the whole body, the skin, all the strata of soft tissue that make up the space between the skin and the bones. Allow the weight of the bones to sink back. The soft front of the body resting back against the support of the spine. And now bring your awareness into your eyes and take a full inhale. And then just sigh the breath out. And notice how your gaze can soften a little bit more with that deep sigh. Let's do that again. Take an inhale and sigh the breath out. Imagine on the next breath that you're actually sighing out with your eyes. Exhale with your eyes. And then with your next exhale, exhale with your whole face. And then exhale, relax your head as if you're exhaling with the whole of the head. And then exhale, throat. Exhale, shoulders. Exhale, torso. Exhale, pelvis. And now bring your awareness to your arms, and on your next exhale, exhale with your arms. And then your hands. And then bring your awareness to the very tips of your fingers and exhale through the tips of the fingers. Flow the awareness down to your legs and exhale with the legs, the skin, the muscle and the bone of the legs, and even the marrow of the bone. And then exhale with your feet. And then take your awareness into your toes, each of the 10 toes and the very tips of the toes. And exhale through the tips of your toes. And then gather your awareness into the skin that covers the body, that holds everything in and forms the boundary between you and the space that's around you. Exhale with your skin. And now with tenderness, draw into the soft inner body and exhale with the inner body. And if any part of this practice doesn't feel like it's making sense to you, if it feels alien in any way, then just let it go. This is not an intellectual process, it's a feeling process. So if I'm not using the right words for you, then just gloss over them and move on to the next bit. Try not to judge your experience and trust that you're having just the experience that you're supposed to have. And now bring your awareness into your heart, the yogic heart center, or the space just behind the breastbone, the seat of the Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. And rest your awareness here in this space just behind the breastbone, gently turning your gaze down, away from all the activity of the brain, and towards the wisdom of the heart. Bring into your mind some of the qualities you would like to see more of. What qualities would you like to see more of in the world? And trust the first words that come to you. Try not to overthink it. And it could be anything. What would you like to see more of? It might just be one thing, or it might be several. And just let those words settle, if there are any. And then begin to expand your awareness. So moving towards a free-flowing awareness. Notice the sounds around you. What sounds can you hear? You may be able to hear the sound of your own breath, the sound of my voice. Maybe some sounds from the building. Or outside on the street. Allow your attention to drift from one sound to another. And see if you can receive each of the sounds equally, just as if you were a microphone picking up sound waves. Notice if there are thoughts passing through the mind. I'm sure there will be. The mind is a thinking machine. And just begin to observe the thoughts as they pass through the mind. Again, just watching with interest as the thoughts pass through. Just let them pass through. Be curious. Just as we can't choose the sounds that we hear, we can't choose the thoughts that we have. We can only choose how we respond to them. And now bring yourself back to the heart space, the space just behind the breastbone. And in this space, just behind the breastbone, begin to cultivate a kindly awareness, infusing your breath and your regard with a kindness. And if you're a visual person, you might visualize a glow, a warm glow beginning to grow in this space behind the breastbone, sometimes called in yoga the cave of the heart. Nurture that warm glow with your breath. Nurture that warm glow with your awareness. Making your awareness very, very light and easy. A bit like a butterfly is perched on the petal of a flower. And now take your awareness and your warm glow to the thumb of your right hand. And just imagine that warm glow spreading into the thumb of the right hand. Imagine the feeling of warmth and perhaps visualizing a light. And then moving your awareness to the second finger of the right hand and spreading that warm glow into the second finger. And then into the third finger and the fourth finger and then the fifth finger. And flowing with your awareness, a glow into the palm of the right hand and then the back of the hand, flowing into the wrist and then the forearm, the right elbow and then the upper arm, the right shoulder, and spreading that warm glow into the armpits and the right chest. And then pouring your awareness down the right side into the right ribs and waist, and then all the way down to the right hip, buttock, the right thigh, knee, the lower leg, the ankle, the heel, sole of the foot, and then the top of the foot, and then spreading that warm glow into the right big toe, and the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. And then just taking a step back with your awareness and observing the whole of the right side of your body alive with that warm glow of your kindly attention. And let's move the awareness into the left side. Growing that warm glow into the left thumb and then the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and the fifth finger, and then the palm of the hand and the back of the hand, the wrist, glowing into the forearm and the elbow, the upper arm, the left armpit and shoulder and chest, pouring through the ribs into the waist and bringing that warm glow into the left hip and buttock and thigh, spreading warmth and kindliness into the knee and the lower leg, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the left big toe, the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and the fifth toe. And then stand back and observe the whole of the left side of the body alive, basking in the warmth of your kind and curious attention. Take your awareness to the back of the body, into the back of your head, flowing into the backs of the shoulders, the upper back, the middle back, the lower back. Come back to the crown of your head, forehead, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the right eye, the left eye, the right eyelid and the left eyelid, the right cheek, the left cheek, the right ear and the left ear, the nose and the tip of the nose, the right nostril and the left nostril, the upper lip and the lower lip, the upper row of teeth and the lower row of teeth, the tongue, the root of the tongue, the whole of the inside of the mouth, the inside of the head, the jaw, the chin, the neck and the throat, the chest, ribs, the spaces in between the ribs, the solar plexus in between the lower ribs, the abdomen, the lower abdomen, the inner body, and now become aware of the whole of your right leg and then the whole of your left leg. Imagine that your legs are hollow and that you could breathe into your legs. As you inhale, the breath could travel through the nostrils and down the body and fill the legs, infusing your breath with that warmth and kindness, bringing a warm glow all the way into the marrow of the bone. Leave the legs now and come to the arms, imagining that the arms are hollow and that you could breathe into your arms, inhaling through the nose and sending the breath all the way down the arms, all the way to the fingertips, filling the arms with the breath. And carried on the breath, a feeling of warmth, of nurture, of kindness. Become aware of the whole body. Become aware of the body and become aware of the space that's occupied by the body. the body and the space that's occupied by the body. Notice all the points of contact between you and whatever is supporting you. Let's call it the ground, but it might be a bed or the floor or a chair. Notice the contact of the back of your head and the ground. And then the backs of the shoulders. The bits of your arms that are touching the ground and your hands. The bits of your back that are in contact with the ground. Notice those. The backs of the hips and the buttocks. The bits of your legs that feel supported. Become acutely aware of each of these points of contact and all of them simultaneously. Imagine through each of these points of contact little taproots forming and growing down, anchoring you to the ground. Little conduits of prana exchange between you and the ground that supports you. Become aware of your breath now. And make yourself highly aware of the breath in the nostrils. Notice the skin of the nostrils and the touch of the breath brushing across the skin of the nostrils. Become acutely aware of the sensation of your breath. And now begin to follow the passage of the breath through the body. Maybe you can feel it traveling down the back of your throat into your chest, maybe into your ribs. Maybe you can feel your belly move. We're going to count back now from 54 so that your next exhale is 54. Your next exhale is 53. And carry on counting with your own breath. And with every exhale, sense that you're getting a little bit closer to yourself, a bit closer to your center. Whatever that means to you. Journey on that breath towards your true self. Perhaps that true self is another quality that's separate from all the chattering of the mind. If you lose count, then just go back to the last number you remember. Just keep coming back to your breath. And now let go of your counting, but stay very close to your breath. And know that whatever happens, you always have this breath to come back to, like a companion or a friend. This breath will always be here. And now bring your awareness to the point just between your eyebrows. And rest your attention at a point about 2 inches inside the skull, so behind the third eye center. And spend a few moments here just observing with curiosity what's here. And on your next exhale, come back to the heart, turning your gaze in and down to that space of Anahata chakra behind the breastbone. And if it feels natural to you to do so, then visualize here a flower bed, freshly prepared. The soil has been dug. The earth is moist and fertile. And look down at your hand in your imagination and see that you have in your hand several seeds. Remember the qualities that you would like to manifest in this world. Each of these seeds represents one of those qualities. So looking down at this handful of seeds, name them. Name them with the qualities you would like to cultivate. And then with great care and great attentiveness, plant each of the seeds. Dig a little hole for each one. And mindfully plant each one in the soil. And cover them up with earth. As you rest here with the breath, attend to these seeds as they slowly germinate and begin to grow. And if you have a sankalpa that you like to work with, and that is an intention or an affirmation, something that you would like to cultivate in your life, perhaps you can choose one of the qualities to work with. Then repeat your affirmation 3 times, using the same language each time. You could say something like, I bring peace and generosity into this world. Now bring your awareness back to your body in relationship to the ground or whatever is supporting you. Allow the weight of the body to drop. Become aware of the front of the body open to the sky, to the space around you. And with care, just begin to coax out some tendrils of awareness into the space around you, exploring the space around you with your inhale and resting back home at the heart with your exhale. It's time to bring this practice to a close now. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. If you wish to come back and move, it's time to bring some small movements into your fingers and into your toes. And if it's time for you to rest exactly where you are, then stay exactly where you are.